I know two girls named Stacey and Angela. One stands on stage for laughs, one she takes photographs. Every week they talk for an hour and a half on the Stacey Prussman Hour. On their show they chat about the latest news, or whatever else they choose, relationships or even choose to listen to them. What the hell you gotta lose other than about an hour with the Stacey Prussman Hour? Yeah, that's Stacey Prussman Hour. Listen to the Stacey Prussman Hour.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Prussman Hour, or in some cases, the Stacey Prussman Hour. It's been back and forth, but it's all the same crap. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to our show today. We have so many great things to talk about. We have a great guest. I have to see my beautiful co-host, Angela. She looks like she's going to run a marathon this week. With that
My
hat.
hair is, everything's annoying today. The rain was crazy, so I went with the hat look, but now I see little hair sticking out, which is annoying me. And that's it. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good now. And so what the heck's going on with you this
my
week?
campaign shirt, which will be on sale at the website www.pressmanformayor.com. Donate, get a shirt. Be great, be amazing, help us bring the city back to a renaissance.
I gotta get a shirt. I actually do, and can you get me a V-neck? I want a V-neck.
I'm the only one in the entire campaign that has a shirt at this moment, but we are trying to figure out the best T-shirts for the best styles and all that. So yes, we're gonna get a V-neck so you can show your beautiful boobs off, and maybe I'll get a V-neck too, and we can wear that together.
Yes, that would be so fun.
Yeah. So the weekend was pretty mellow. I just had a lot of work to do with the campaign. I went to the gym this weekend. I tried out different gyms where I'm living right now. I don't know if I like them. I don't like them. I'm not sure what to do. That's a whole other story. So that's what I did.
What did you do at the gym? What did you do at the gym?
I did my basic workout, cardio. I did machines. I did. It was like a woman's gym. They didn't have a lot of weights like you lift. They barely.
Did you have a specific body part that you were working on this week?
No, I just went over. I did. I like to do, if I have I did an overall body workout.
Full body deal.
A little bit of everything. And that was really what I did. So
nice.
And that was pretty much my whole entire. And then, I'm in this new neighborhood. So if you see my background, I have like a hippy dippy vibe in here. So I'm, just trying to explore and find out the different places to go and the different stores. And there's like $1,000 stores, which is so exciting for me. I love the dollar stores.
$1,000 stores. I don't know why.
$1,000 per store.
Yeah.
1,000 different dollar stores.
Yeah.
And they have really interesting things I buy. Like I bought that mirror for $1. Like I like buying like weird stuff for $1. It's like my hobby.
Yeah, that gets you off. Like $1, being able to buy something for $1, that's like.
Well, I mean, a lot of it's chazarai, as they say in Yiddish, but a lot of it's.
What's that mean? Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Crap. Chazarai. All right. So that was my weekend. How was yours?
My weekend was good. I had a whole lot of sushi, which was pre-approved to eat. But man, I went hard with the sushi. Like,
what kind of sushi do you like?
I got salmon rolls, and then I think it's called. I can't think of what it's called, but it's just salmon. I got regular salmon roll, and then I got the one that has avocado and cucumber and salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of what that's called right now, but anyway, I had 3 rolls.
Avocado, cucumber, and salmon roll. That's what's called.
No, but it has a name. It has like a name, like the Atlantic roll, the whatever roll. But anyway, so I had that, and then I had then I took 2 more home and had 2 more.
So I had your ass off every day. And salmon's not. I mean, sushi is not heavy at all, really.
No, I was eating and eating and eating. I'm like, who gets filled up off of this?
You should get edamames because they will fill you up prior. They're perfect.
No, I know what they are. We were going to get them, but then we didn't.
That would fill you up, and it has a lot of fiber, and it's really healthy, and you would would satiated you. And soup, the miso soup.
No, I don't want soup. Soup. It's like just broth.
No, you get soup, salad, edamames, and then you get sushi, and then other stuff has low calories, and then you're not so hungry for so many sushi rolls.
Well,
That's
I just ate all the sushi.
That's the trick to Japanese food, by the way.
Oh, all right.
You get the healthy appetizers, and then you don't need so much, or you can get they have those, I don't know if they have them by where you live, they have the rolls that are wrapped in the cucumber or the soy paper that have no carbs, and they're pretty much low in calories. You can do that. There's a lot of options with
well, I wanted the rice and the calories today. But listen, we have an exciting day today.
I know. So let me bring
enough about my sushi.
All right. Hi, guys. All right. So right now we are going to bring our guest in. He is a very talented guy. He works in human rights. He's a comedian. He has his own show, which I'm going to be doing next week. Let's put your mics together, hands together for Todd Wharton, everybody. Todd.
Yay, Todd.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
How are you doing today? So
I'm good.
you are we have a few friends in common. Actually, Al Martin, the owner of Broadway Comedy Club and Greenwich Village Comedy Club, who's a dear friend of mine, recommended Todd as a friend to me, and we connected. And also, he's friends with somebody that we both know named Phil Coors, who's a very dear friend of my friend and Angela for many years. I think me and Angela met.
No, Paul's. She always tries to take like state claim on everybody. Like I can never have a friend first. It's like, no, I think we met him at the same exact time.
No, we met him at the time.
I met Phil. No.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. We did. I'm sorry. We did meet him at the same time. Son of a bitch.
But you're
why
right.
did Phil before both of you? Just letting you know.
Did you? When did you meet Phil, Todd?
I've known Phil for it's got to be going on 8 or 9 years now.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
He was still in the womb.
Pretty much, yeah. I was there at the birth. I held the placenta.
You cut the cord?
It was really weird because I was literally walking by and they like pulled me in like, yo, we need some extras. And I'm like, what? So I came in to like, just hold this. I'm like, oh my God. And then Phil popped out with a microphone. He started doing stand-up comedy. I'm like, yo, what is going on around here? I just came in to get a snack at the vending machine. How am I holding a placenta and watching a comedy show? And I got a lady spread out here in front of me, and I didn't even know her name. That was just weird to me. It was like a Friday night. It was awesome.
Her name was Phil's mommy.
Yes, it was Phil's mommy.
That's so interesting that you know Phil.
Yeah, Phil's a really, really great guy. He's one of those people where even if I tried, I just can't make a complaint about him. He's just that cool.
We can make
except for that he's just too nice, which is so annoying.
What does that mean?
Many times, Phil. He's been on the show like a lot of times, actually, back in the day. He's been on the Prussman Hour when we used to do it in Queens. Remember? In my big table when I lived in that ginormous apartment.
He's brought random people. He's one of those people that, why are we talking so much about Phil? But anyway, he like would bring random people that he just met at an airport, and then he ended up spending the entire week hanging out with them. It's like, what the hell? Like, that's the kind of guy he is. But somebody just told me I look so sexy.
Thanks. Oh, I wonder who that is. Anyway, I don't know what I was gonna say. My brain just literally froze on me. That was really scary. I think I'm having a senior moment
or a seizure.
Okay. So I'm enjoying being in the middle of this.
Because it's the lights. My light's bothering me for some reason.
Listen, Todd, I was looking a little bit into the stuff that you do, and of course, you're gonna have to tell us a little more about it. But I gotta say, from what I saw, you have my dream job. My dream job. Yeah, like I've dabbled in the whole like music thing where I used to put together huge shows and invite lots of different musicians, and I would pick and choose the musicians I thought were, great, and then I dabbled in the whole comedy show thing and inviting all the comedians I thought were awesome. And then I looked and I'm like, okay, he does literally every really cool person in each like area. Food. entertainment, acting, music, comedy. I was like, Jesus, this seems like an amazing job. And then what exactly so you put together like almost like little competition type things? Was I seeing that right?
You're in the ballpark. I'll explain what I do. I'll take you through a little history. I'll kind of cliff note it. So what's going on right now is originally I started a company called Local Talent Connect, which is now called Global Talent Connect. It's a global social network for the entire arts and entertainment industry. It was I actually started where I created a mixer in New York City, where all genres of arts and entertainment would come together and network, because I always noticed that when you go to these networking events, it's actors meeting actors, right? Or comedy meeting comedy. And it really doesn't do anything for anybody. Like, why do comedians want to meet more comedians? Like, you want to meet event
I don't want to meet any more comedians. I don't.
Yeah, like
I mean,
exactly.
No comedian wants to meet another comedian. They want to meet bookers and talent agencies, but no comedian I've ever met wants to meet another comedian unless they're going to help them. Comedians are like,
thank you.
Yeah.
But you hit it on the nose, and I went to a lot of events. I did research, and they were just boring. Like it was everybody just pretty much resume dropping, and I'm like, you know what's missing? It's everybody. It's like people should realize when you're in the industry, fashion people should meet comedy. Comedy should meet a graphic designer. A graphic designer should meet a culinary artist, because at the end of the day, the art and entertainment industry pretty much makes up 95% of the world. Like when you think of architecture, that's an artist, right? So my mother was an artist, the whole nine. So I decided to create a mixer. And within a year, I became the biggest networking event in New York City until Suite 36 got bought out. And there was no other venue in middle of Manhattan that can hold my event. So, yeah, because it's about geographical location, right? Yeah. You have to do it in Manhattan. You can't do a mixer in Brooklyn and expect people from the Bronx and Harlem to come. They're not coming. It's just the way it is.
That's interesting you say that. Since the pandemic, things have changed. Obviously, things are online. But other than that, a lot of people are doing stuff in the outer boroughs much more than ever before. And I think
which is great.
The uniqueness of New York. Like, we have the culinary artists and the musicians and the actors and the comedians and the dancers and all these different people. And I think that we're going to have a renaissance in New York that we've never had before. Do you agree? Like, I think we're going to have this renaissance, particularly if I'm mayor. We're going to have a renaissance of art that we've lost, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you know what's the best part? Not about that. I think what's going to happen is that so many people try to get people to come to their events, right? And it's really hard. But I think now in the next 2 or 3 years, I think events are going to be great because people are just dying to go out for any type of event, right? So I think it's going to be pretty amazing. Yeah, I think it's going to be a swarm of events. I think the best job to get into once the pandemic up is an event producer. Because if you do it right, you can really do really well.
People are going to be so excited to go out. I agree.
Exactly. So just a clip noted. So because everything ended in the pandemic, I did a cinema series, comedy shows. I did everything. I was giving aspiring artists from all different industries great platforms, which was GTC. Now, pretty much GTC is an online platform because getting into what I'm doing now, and GTC is going to be ran by my company eventually. I might have people run it. But now I had a talk show that was doing pretty well, and it was supposed to be the next talk show here in New York City, but the pandemic pretty much killed it. And I was doing A-list actors and, just everybody, and it died. So I decided to do it online. And it's called FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
That's awesome. That's great. Jason Birchfield said that you sound pretty cool, and I agree. You sound like the man. You sound like the man to know, Todd. The man to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Todd also does some civil rights work. Maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to get into that now. And thank you, Angela, for saying that, because the original Spinderella used to call me the plug. Like, I'm the guy that plugs everybody up. So
I felt something dirty for a minute.
I know. I was like, the plug.
Like, whoa, you and Spinderella?
I mean, right now I'm in the middle of 2 women, so if we want to go there, let's do it. I got all day, so it's been COVID time. I got a lot of energy, ladies. So let's do this. But anyway, anyway,
I have a lot of energy. I know a lot of men are like home alone. Yeah, a lot of people are
Back
home
to
alone.
civil
yeah.
rights, though.
Back to civil rights.
Yeah.
Back to civil rights. So, because of an event that I do, and we'll get into that in a little bit, I've been attending a lot of civil rights rallies because it's something I've been doing for years, humanitarian stuff. And I connected with attorney Ben Crump, who's the #1 civil rights attorney in the country. And we created this great camaraderie relationship. And if you guys know the racial profile case where the kid got racially profiled for stealing a cell phone at the Ola Hotel.
Yeah.
Well, what
By a young
happened
girl.
was, right. Well, the father of that son happened to be Keon Harold, who's a Grammy Award winning trumpeter who works with everybody.
Wow.
And I met
Real person to fuck with.
Small world, right? And I met him at a whiskey tasting in Alvin Clayton's restaurant out in New Rochelle called Alvin and Friends. And it was a great event. Me and him just clicked. And I'm watching GMA one day and I see him on with his son. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I called him. He told me what happened. I'm
Oh my
like, bro, you need me? Yeah, I'm like, I'm there. I'm going to the rally. I don't go to a lot of rallies because the only reason is, unfortunately, it seems a lot of rallies, two things happen a lot, right? People go to rallies not because of the cause. They go there because they're hoping media is going to be there and they want to get on TV. I see that a lot. Or rallies turn a little violent. And it's not the people that do the rally. It's the people that join that have nothing to do with the rally.
Yeah.
Right. So I avoid a lot of those things. I'm a big Black Lives Matter fan and a lot of other movements. But so I went to this thing and me and Attorney Crump just hit it off like that. And Keon's my dude. I love him to death. Great family. And from there, I met Al Sharpton. We got along real well. He inducted me into the National Action Network himself about a month ago. That's on my IG. You can watch that. And then because I'm a public speaker and I do it around the country, things just started happening really, really quick. And like you ladies, you never know where your world's going to take you. Like you could be doing a certain thing, but I believe in this, right? Fate takes you to a certain place. Once you get there, like the road not taken, it's up to you where you're going to go, right? So I saw what was happening and I chose to go this route because I realized that there's so many great communities out there doing a lot of great things. But unfortunately, this world is so separated in everything. I decided, you know what? And my publicist said, I need to step up instead of constantly public speaking. I need to really get into it. And I'm not afraid of it. I just not. So now I've been going to these peace rallies, standing with Crump, standing with Reverend Al Sharpton, Gwen Carr, who I was Garner's mom, the Asian community, Christian Hall, who just got murdered, who got shot 7 times in Philadelphia. And they claimed that the cop said he had a gun. Now, here's the funny part. When the video actually came out, he didn't have a gun. He actually had his arms up asking, please don't shoot me. And they put 7 in him. So I realized that my skin color, whether I like it or not, because I love everybody, I need to step up because it's about bringing all the communities together, standing side by side. It's funny how, every mother and father in the world wants their kids to go to school and constantly learn how to draw, use all the colors of crayons in a box, right? But then they're racist at the same time. So my attitude is, why don't we get all the crayons to stand together and realize that we're human beings, right? That's the most important part. And New York City is the epitome of the example of being a human being because we're the only city in the world that celebrates everybody, that recognizes everybody, that allows people to be themselves on a daily basis. And it's time that New York City shows the world why we are the world, and we need to be an example of that. And
we're not a city of division. We shouldn't be a city of division. When I grew up in the city since the 80s, 90s. We were like, there was racial issues, a huge amount of racial issues, but generally, I'm not saying they didn't exist, but I just felt people wanted it to be better. Like more people wanted better things.
Right.
And I think now we're there again. People want better things. they're coming to the surface. And I believe that we're on the verge of a huge change in racial equality. And I believe that we are going to get to the next level. It's going to be a lot of pain, but I believe that we're going to be able to do it. And
I agree
sadly,
with you.
we had to go through pain to create growth. And pain always makes growth, like with muscles, with life, anything. So we need to come out the other side.
Exactly. Look at that. The gun show.
I know she has gigantic muscles.
I'm
Wait,
seeing,
I like
man.
this
You're
one
making.
I like this
I
one.
need bigger muscles. I can't see I'm also going blind.
I don't know if I should be turned on or scared because you make me feel like Mrs. Arnold Schwarzenegger up in this. So I don't know what I'm doing here right now. But I agree with you 100%. This is what's going to happen. I talk with a lot of politicians about this. Stacey and I never really talked about so many people that I actually know because I think she learned right off the bat, Angela, and I'm glad to be meeting you and getting to know you as well. I don't really like name dropping, and I don't like when people do that in a conversation because the whole point of a conversation is getting to know each other. Like, I don't know anything about your family or anything else, and that's what a conversation is. But
you don't want to know.
Oh, well, hey, man, you know, I got all day.
Ask her about Divided Creek.
About the what?
It's a joke. It's not a joke about something.
It's a horrible place that I grew up. Well, okay, I shouldn't say horrible in case anybody from there is listening, but it was a horrible experience for me. Talk about civil rights and like stuff. That's a place you need to do a rally down there, let me tell you.
Oh, really?
Like, yes. Like when I moved in there in the 90s. And so I was in, I don't know, 6th grade, I think. And our first day living there, this is no joke. Some older teens, like maybe 18, 19-ish, they're like there talking to my mom. And they told my mom that the family that lived there before us was a black family and they like burnt crosses on their, it's not funny. It's just, I can't believe that they told us, but they burned crosses on their lawns so that they would move out. Now, whether or not it's true, I don't know, but the fact that they told us that when we first moved there, and then basically within no time, I had to move because it was just like I was being bullied there, like at the school. It was like the most traumatic experience ever.
We're not talking about like the Mississippi. We're talking about Southern New Jersey.
It's like New Jersey.
Oh,
and
I was thinking you're in like the bayou.
Yeah.
No, she's living in New Jersey. Like, right outside of Atlantic City. It's like, it's insane.
Crazy.
By Philadelphia.
Wow. See, I was about to say you. So you're talking about like out near like just right, probably about an hour away from Atlantic City, going into Philly on the Delaware Gap. You're talking about over there.
Yes. About an hour away from Atlantic City. Yeah. So yeah, I got bullied because I don't know why I'm telling this story. Like now I feel embarrassed. Like me and Stacey talk about it without video and without being on Facebook, but whatever. So I had gotten head lice from a friend of mine. A friend of mine went to camp.
Who gotten head lice in junior high school?
I wasn't in junior. Okay, yeah, I was 12. I guess I was.
No, it's good to have lice because if you're out of sugar, you can just bring it into your coffee and you're good to go. That's the way I say it.
So yeah, my friend went to camp. She went to camp, and then I spent the night at her house after she came back from camp. She got it from camp. I didn't know, obviously. Then she gave it to me, whatever. So I confided in my new friends at this town that I was a new kid at, because they were like, why haven't you been in school the past few days? And I was like, I kind of got, lice. Well, I kid you not, ran us out of the town as if it was the 80s and I was like Ryan White and they just found out I had AIDS. It was insane. Like,
what?
Mother, I am not. They ran us out of the town.
Explain what they mean. They ran.
I couldn't go to school. I was getting bullied every day at lunchtime. I would pretend like I was sick and go to the nurse because I didn't want to sit in the lunchroom because all of the kids would start saying things to me. They brought my books to me to give me my assignments because I had been absent. And inside the books, they were writing in all the pages, you're dirty, you have head lice. When I would walk home from the bus stop to my house, they would push me. And the one girl was going to beat me up. And then she had a sister that was mentally challenged, I think would be the proper word. So she had a little sister that was mentally challenged. I literally got defended and saved by this mentally challenged girl who like started hitting her sister to keep her sister from beating me up.
I didn't know that bad. I
no you wonder why I got muscles now, people. It's from living there.
So like you pretty much got saved by Blank Man.
Yes. I got saved by a mentally handicapped girl. Thank God for her. She was amazing.
How long did you guys live there for?
I only went to school there for like a few months. It was so bad. And then mothers of children who lived there were coming to the house and knocking on the door and told my mom, we never had problems like that until people like you moved here. It's head lice. What are you talking about?
Everyone had it back in the day. And you wash it with that stupid shampoo, then you had the fine tooth comb and you go through the hair.
Yes, it was literally like a nightmare. And I can't believe I lived it. And I can't believe it was true. Fast forward years later, and I've seen those girls that have picked on me.
What happened to them?
I'm winning. That's all I got to say. I'm winning. One of them had no teeth. And she came into a job that I was working at and she was like, hey, I think we went to school together. And I'm like, yeah, it was her sister that protected me from her. Okay. Yeah, no teeth. And then another one sadly became a school teacher or a substitute teacher anyway. And she was the ringleader of all of them. The ringleader. Yeah. And years later, she sent me a friend's request on Facebook. So I accepted it. And then I was like, it might have even been MySpace. That's how long ago I accepted it. And I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me or not, but you made my life miserable when I was a kid, blah, 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 whatever. And she was like, what? I don't remember that happening. And I'm like, yeah, the bullies never do remember. But I remember. And I'll never forget your face.
That's crazy.
Ugh. Wow.
All right. Now that I got that off my chest, I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry you went through that.
Well, we have to do anti-bullying. I think, no one ever really addressed the bullying issue, which still exists, you know, and I think, they never really addressed it. They have all these like bullshit campaigns. And I think now it really needs to be addressed because I believe it's a mental health issue. I don't think it's totally, you learn to be a bully through people bullying you. Only, bullies bully. That's true. I mean, maybe once or twice it's, it just happens because you're being a jerk. But a lot of these like systemic bullyisms are actually learned through behavior that you've been bullied yourself. So those people were probably bullied by their parents or their older sisters or whatever. And it's not acceptable. And now people hide behind keyboards and they bully people behind the keyboard.
I think bullying, I think it's scarier now. I think bullying is okay to an extent. Not okay to be a bully. I think bullies suck, but I think it makes us stronger. I mean, we can't walk around.
Okay. I don't believe it's okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I think bullies suck, but also it prepares us for the real world, which friggin' sucks too, unfortunately. And maybe if we're able to wipe out all bullies and we're able to make the world a beautiful place, but right now the world sucks.
Well, you have to
I don't like bullies.
You have to be able to stand up for yourself. But but it's not okay. You don't teach kids to be, but it doesn't make you stronger.
No.
It actually can create huge psychological effects, and then you're stronger, but you still feel sad, and it's like it doesn't go away, even if you're the strongest person in the world. That those bullying situations have lasting effects. Even if your life is amazing and you did great and you're strong as shit, it doesn't matter. It still can create long-lasting psychological effects in the brain.
Yeah, I'm probably really messed up.
I mean, bullying right now, to be honest with you, is worse than ever. When we went to school,
that's what I was going to say.
There was only 2 and 3 bullies in each grade, right? The ones that got to puff up their chest and try to get you lunch money or whatever. The problem with today is we didn't have social media, right? So bully is supposed to be the tough guy, right? But most bullies aren't tough because if you step to them, they get scared because they love when they agitate people, right? The problem is there's really no such thing as a real bully anymore because it seems everybody's a bully now, but not in person. The bullies are today, pardon my French, are pretty much a bunch of pussies. Why? Right. Because they're all doing it online, but they're not doing it in person because it's easy to make a comment online and put somebody down and get into an argument online. But when you step to them and face to face, chances are there will never be a confrontation because that same person who's going at you online is the same wuss that you're going to see out. The difference in the bully situation, here's the difference. Guy bullies online are wusses. Women
Oh,
bullies
they're
online.
big pussies. They used to bully us and stuff. They're the worst.
Well, the thing is, women bullies online, I think, are scarier because we all know when it comes to confrontation, guys wait for all their friends to come around them so they get tougher, right? Women don't need their friends. A woman can be in front of 30 people, drop her purse, and be like, let's do this. That's the way a woman is. You guys go
Let's
after.
do this.
That's why women are great at jobs because you don't wait for opportunities or anything, whether positive or negative. You guys just go get it. Guys, we were just raised because it was a man's world, I guess you want to call it, which is stupid anyway. I always tell people it's a man's world, but it don't mean nothing without that prenup. And you know, so women really go after everything. So bullying's going to change, but I'll be honest with you, bullying, racism, it could probably tone down a little, but I think for the next 4 years, a lot of the problems that we have may simmer. But it's not, because you know what I'm going to tell you right now? When that 4th year comes around, that Biden's in office, you know what's going to start to happen?
What?
Trump is going to come back. All right, he's already talking about it. So all the great things that Obama tried to do, which got erased like that, all the great things that Biden, because pretty much Biden's whole administration is pretty much a vacuum, right? It's going to clean up whatever was left over from the last administration. That's going to take a long time. By the time he even gets to some positive aspect of cleaning it up, the new administration, because if he runs again, I think he's going to win, right? So the new administration is going to come in, ruin it again. You know what's going to happen? That civil war that you guys been thinking about, it's going to happen. It's going to bring out white supremacy, bullying, racist, you name it. So what I'm telling people now is, listen, take care of you, avoid whatever controversy you can, bullying, whatever. Just live your life on a positive note. Seriously do, and love your friends and family. And hopefully one day you'll realize that when you look at each other, we're human beings, whether you're a man or a woman, rich or poor, whatever, gay, straight, black, white. At the end of the day, if we were not all human beings together, right, then we wouldn't all be subjected to the same diseases. All of us wouldn't have hearts. All of us wouldn't have blood. And we wouldn't have, just in general, just we're affected by everything. So that's what always makes me laugh, ladies, that all this crap that we go through, we all go through it. So why is people trying to separate us? But you want to know why people are always separated?
Separation creates weakness.
But it's really obviously why everything's separated. And I'll break it down for you real quick. Originally, the land in the world was connected. Nature decided to separate it. That's how it started, right? And then what happened was during the time, white people, for some reason, segregated everybody in different lands because people don't mock what they don't understand. And when people mock, they get scared, right? That's where separation came in. Politics, as you know, Stacey, politics is separated, right? Blue, red parties, independent party, separated, right? Why can't it just be 5 people run and the best winner wins? Why does it have to be separated?
Well, we have ranked choice voting, but yeah, it's
anything. But that's what this world is subjected to. Everything that we go through is separated. Our
it's
food
divide
is
and conquer,
separated.
Todd. It's divide and conquer. It's
horrible.
That's terrible. It's not a way to live in an existence. It's not a happy existence. People aren't happy.
No, they're not. And
well
said,
yeah. Well said, Todd. Everyone is human beings, no matter what color, race, male, female, big, small. We're all equal. That's Brado Canellis. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah, by the way, this is our friend Brett from Australia. He used to talk to us a lot. I wanted to mention
he has a very fancy name.
We haven't gotten to really chat with him in a long time because we were on a little bit of a hiatus about a year.
Right.
I've been doing the show. We've been doing the show for a very long time. Not very long, but at least I stopped doing the show with Bob Levy in 2015 to 2000.
Another friend of mine.
That's 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years. And then Angela and I have been doing at least 3 years, right? Since 2000.
More than that. We started probably 2016.
Yeah. So we've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah,
long time. I think we needed a little hiatus, which wasn't bad. I'm glad we took it. We needed it for ourselves with the pandemic and all this, and I had nothing to talk about. Like, I felt like my life got so small. I was touring and Angela was working. We were doing all these millions of things. And like, my life got so small after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was depressed. I'll admit I was depressed. Like, I was severely depressed because I was I was literally in LA and then Philadelphia and doing all these fun things and traveling for fun and for work. And then it just stopped. Like, when I look at the Facebook memories, I'm like, oh my God, I was here, I was there, I was here. I was like, and then it just stopped, and I'm like, I didn't take it in. And then I'm like, oh, it's going to come back in a week. It's going to come back in a month, and I'm going to have a show. Oh, should I keep the show in August in Washington? Like, it was just like, and then when I realized, when the reality hit, it was like I was mourning my old life.
That's right. That's what everybody is.
At that point, I decided that I'm going to run for mayor in April. I declared it on Larry Sharp's show. And then we got it going. It took a few months to really get it going, to really accept and figure out that I wanted to do it. I had a lot of conversations with different advisors and people like that, and got my policies together and my team together and all that stuff. And I feel a lot better now because I feel like I'm in my own purpose now, and I feel like I'm in my own zone. And we needed to take that break. Taking a break is good. Now I'm so excited to come back and see Brett here and Jason and Jimmy and all our fans and friends. And it's important because sometimes you just need to stop and go within to be able to grow. And like, it's like being like a caterpillar and then you become a butterfly. It's so important.
100% agree. I mean, what's happening is everybody's relating to a deja vu every day. They're going back in time. They're posting pictures of old. It's very depressed. And it's not just people, white collar, blue collar, it's all the rich people too, and all the celebrities, because celebrities are used to a certain way. I got a movie here, there. All of them were off a hiatus for 6-7 months. Yeah, they got to see their family more. But, being on a vacation for a week is great, but being on a vacation for 6 months sucks, because it's like you start to develop that laziness, right? You start eating foods that you hate, and then you're like, oh, screw it. Gyms aren't open. I'll just get back to it. And then when you finally get back to it, you gain like 20 pounds. I had COVID weight. Al Martin even said, I don't even know why I'm doing this interview. This angle that I'm looking at is crazy. But it goes into that, and people just go through a downward spiral, like 9 Inch Nails type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I think what people should be doing right now is that not only, this is the perfect time, and I'm going to tell everybody right now, this last year, if you have not taken advantage of it, you're missing a boat. Everybody always says that one theory, right? There's not enough time in the day. All our parents said that when we were kids. We say it now. But you know what? You've now been given that time in the day to revamp your lifestyle. If you have not taken advantage of that by this point, when everything comes back, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. I revamped my entire corporation, put it online. My peace concert is the biggest thing here in New York City right now, which we'll get into, my talk show, everything. And you have to learn. I learned how to graphic design better. I learned how to code better. I took public speaking courses. I took computer courses. I did everything, and then women like you, beautiful women, right? Intelligent women. Yeah, I don't have the opportunity to see you in person right now. Eventually I will, but I still kept in touch with them, and I didn't want to lose focus on my life, so if I had to do a Zoom call or do a video call, do it. It keeps you attached. I don't want to be alone my whole life, but there are ways that you can communicate with people.
Right.
Now, I'm loving the fact that I know, Angela, you work out a lot, and so do I. One of the reasons why I work out is it keeps my sanity. It keeps me I'm in the best shape of my life. I got my 6-pack back. I'm Gucci right now. I'm awesome. I love it.
Angela lost 100 pounds over the pandemic.
Yeah, you look awesome. Keep it up.
Thank you. She went from, we have a before and after picture we could show everybody, because I'm so proud. I mean, Angela, I've known Angela at every size, and I love her any size. But she, we had one of our last fights before we took our hiatus. She's like, my gym is closed, and I want to win the contest. I'm like, you're going to win the contest on your own. You don't need your gym. And I was right about that. She did it on her own, because that's who Angela is.
Yeah, and that's awesome, Angela. I'm really, really proud of you, because I was telling Stacey off camera, I was actually a fat kid growing up. Not huge, but my mother was a big woman. She a big Italian 300-pound woman at 5'2". My mother's all Italian. She was all about food. So coming home to
Mhm.
my house, you couldn't starve. It's like we had leftovers for weeks, right? So once you get into working out,
Wait,
oh, I see it. Wow,
is that amazing?
you
Angela did
look
That's
that on
awesome.
her own. Yeah,
doesn't it
we
make
leveled up. We got people out of our life. Me and Angela decided to level up. We got people out of our lives that were shit. We started eating better. Like I never ate really bad. That wasn't my issue. I have psychological issues. Like I have eating disorders. We all, I guess, overeating, so eating disorder.
yeah,
And
you know, politician, we get it.
yeah, I'm all fucked up. Anyway, but I think that we got people out of our lives. We brought great people in, and we're like, we're only going to be like going to the positive, way of looking at things and really be like motivated. And that's what we did. And I think that's where we are right now. And you're the same way, Todd.
Yeah,
You got yourself together. I mean, I miss my friends, like the physicality of seeing my friends and doing things and my family and things like that. I do see my mother often, but because I live with her, but I'm not living with her now. I take breaks. I'm like 10 minutes from her now because it's crazy. And we're running this campaign, and Angela is an inspiration to so many people because she has AR Fitness 78 on Instagram. You could follow her. She gives tips.
yeah, I
Like
noticed that when she
I was a
followed
personal
me.
trainer for many years, but I asked Angela tips because I just don't. My weight, luckily, knock on wood, has been pretty stable. But like I could overeat sometimes or undereat, which is my issue, and then get really weak and tired, and that just is dangerous. It's a dangerous journey for me, being
Yeah,
someone who's recovering with an eating disorder. So Angela, I'm reminded I should eat every few hours. I have protein bars now, so I'm taking a million different vitamins, and I feel better than I've ever felt. Remember, I used to
yeah,
always
and
be
you guys
tired.
look
I'm
great.
not so tired anymore. So
No,
that's a good
and you're doing everything right. Angela's doing it right too. I mean, overeating, we all have done that, and COVID's a part of that because sometimes, when you're watching TV all day, you're bored, right? So you're looking
one.
for something to compensate those hours, and unfortunately, food is a part of it. Me, I don't keep really any bad food in my house. I only, I have a place around the corner, so I just leave whatever protein bars or this and that. That's just what I am. I love ice cream. I love everything else. I love McDonald's. I'll do all that. But now I do it as a gift. Like if I'm on a date and a girl's like, "Hey, you want to get dessert?" I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm going to be like, "No, I'm
Watch
looking
my
at my
figure.
rate." I'm going to look at her and be like, "Yeah, well, you better get your own, woman, because I'm getting my dessert." But then we'll share it together, And that's the way people got to see life. You can't use food as a
Drug.
reason, right? As a drug. Food is supposed to be for survival. Exercise is part of a life. Because remember, we need to exercise. We're not like the caveman back in the day. The caveman had to run 3 miles just to get food and get chased by animals just to get dinner. Now we have food on every corner, so we have access to that.
And I
And
think the lack of exercise in the pandemic, especially during the bad weather and the gyms being closed at some point, really took a mental effect on a lot of people.
everybody,
I stopped
everybody.
eating. I didn't eat. I actually lost 15 pounds for no reason, but it wasn't a healthy 15 pounds. It was like Stacey sick 15 pounds. When I went to my dermatologist, she's like, "What happened to your face?" She was like trying to put fillers in my face. She's like, "You have no face left." She was like mad at me. I had no face. She's like, "You're gonna look like 100 years old." So,
Yeah.
because I'm not a young woman anymore. Well, I am, but anyway,
No, you are definitely young women. The day you're old is the day God takes you. That's
that's
just the
true.
way I
My
look
mom's
at it.
86 this month.
Nice.
God bless her. And I want to have a big party for her, but we can't. I wanted to say something before I know we have another few minutes, but I lost a friend, someone who I did comedy with over the years. I hadn't seen her in a while, named Erica Watson. She passed away the day after her birthday from COVID. I wanted to say a prayer or a shout out to Erica Watson and her family. You're in our prayers. Erica was a special woman. She was very into the body positive movement, and she was a very funny comic. And God bless her. And,
Sorry for your loss, Stacey, and
yeah,
everybody
sorry
else
about
who knew her.
That's
That's
horrible.
the strip had passed. I didn't know him that well. I had run into him over the years, and he was always nice to me. And I just wanted to say a shout out to Richie Tankin, but it's been a rough, and there's a lot of other people I can't even remember right now that passed from COVID or from other things.
Yeah, the numbers are so high. It's like try not to think
It's not
about it.
just, it's like people are like passing away, and I mean, it seems like a lot more, and
Yeah.
in the last couple of weeks. So I just didn't want to bring us down, but I just wanted to make sure that I said that
hmm
to the universe and to our friends.
No, definitely. Just give her a shout out. Yeah, it's the best thing
And
you can do.
I think that Todd kind of like hit it on the head. A little bit though when he was talking about people that used this downtime. There's some people that used it to be depressed and lazy, and we were all depressed and lazy for at least a minute. But like, there is a lot of us who have had this like new awakening, this like new, like totally changed. Like, I have a coworker, he's a cinematographer here, and he's still working with me and everything, but he's now going back to school to be a psychologist. And he decided that during COVID, because when we were, we're in the wedding industry, so clearly we're not working that much right now. Right. I'm a photographer, he's a cinematographer. When he realized like that his job could be gone in a situation like this, he decided to pursue this other avenue that he was really interested in. And clearly there's always going to be people that need psychologists. And then with me, I realized that I had this like passion that I just I always gave myself to everybody else, but never did anything for me. So it's like, finally I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something for me. And so this is like my time to do that. And you worked on your business. Stacey decided to become a freaking mayor. Like, I mean, what the heck?
Yeah, no,
crazy things have happened.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I didn't put my.
You decided.
I am the motherfucking mayor. No, I'm running for mayor. I'm really running. I'm debating my borough president. Every other week I'm having like these forums. Not debates, they're forums. I've been, with the best. I'm like, it's nerve wracking. I've never debated people that have been my borough president or my, or somebody else that I've, I'm in it. Like, I'm in it. Like, it's like. I'm in it. I'm in the race really strong, and I'm really excited about it. And I have very strong policies that I'm very proud of. I'm really excited about my policies. Mm-hmm. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of it, and I'm not afraid of what is about to happen or not happen. But I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the first time in many years.
Let me ask something. I mean, the mayoral race is obviously the top job here in New York. Let's say you didn't get it, and I'm hoping that you do succeed in it. I really am. Is there another job as well that if it doesn't happen, that you got to go, whether it's assemblywoman of the state or there's something like that you would go for as well?
I would question. That's a great. People have been asking me that question. I'd actually be interested in working on a national level, either in Congress or Senate. Probably Congress would be something I'd be really interested in.
Yeah, like a state
really involved in the national politics would be something very exciting and something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, which is great, and you're young too. So
so basically, though, Stacey, what you're saying is, win or lose this election, you're going to continue to pursue this avenue in some way or another, like this area, this field, or whatever.
Yes, and I want to go. I've been asked to write a book.
I didn't even really think to ask you that.
They want me to write a book because I have an interesting life, even though it doesn't seem like it. But I've had a very interesting, grown-up life and child life. So I'd write a book as well, talking about my journey and do more motivational speaking, because I had sort of taken a break prior to even the pandemic with my speaking on eating disorders, body image, and I was doing a stress lecture, which was actually doing really well. And then I just sort of took a break from it because just like I was doing more comedy, which I love doing. And so I'd like to do another type of speech, a lecture motive in some way as well, which goes along with being a politician and running the country or running the city. So
I have a name for the book, Stand Up Politics.
Ooh, I like it.
Nice. Does he get part of the cut for that name? Yeah, I like that.
I just want a signed copy. That's all I want. I do pretty well. So I knew you were asking before. So GTC is going to take a back seat. I'm going to let our company handle that. My publicist, a great guy, works with the Mesa Day Parade, Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's my publicist. So what we're doing now is FaceTime with Todd Wharton, which is an offshoot of GTC Live. It's just going to take over where I'm concentrating on two things. My talk show just took off again. I made a lot of great friends from around the industry, from all over the world, and I'm literally booked right now, it just happened all the way through April, like 5 days a week.
Awesome.
And it's just
You have a great
growing. I'm
lineup.
getting referred. Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot. Stacey's coming on. I have a lot of A-listers coming on. I just booked Angie Stone. I'm actually helping the Sequence get back together, which is actually the first hip hop group. They had a song called "Funk You Up."
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so what's happening is talk show's doing real well. While I was on this right now with you, I got a text from the studio. They want me to come in tomorrow and do a walkthrough on the capabilities they can do because they want to take my show.
That's great. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what this thing was. It was the first show ever which combined A and A-listers from the past together. So just imagine like if Chris Hemsworth was doing an interview and then the musical guest is the Sugar Hill Gang, right?
Oh, I love it.
You never see that anywhere. But my attitude is that everybody wants to do something great should always be an A-lister. It shouldn't be the industry deciding whether you're in or not. And I decide there's so many amazing people out there. I would love to see a lot of these old school guys get on the same show as the A-listers of today, like Chip Douglas from My Three Children. I just booked him.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so we're doing that. But then the big thing that we're doing now, I've been doing Times Square's Peace Concert for the last 3 years. It was called One Love L's Up. Now it's called L's Up Global. But I realized what I built. I had a conversation with a couple of people, and there's never been a true award show for humanitarian. Like there are award shows to give out humanitarian awards.
CNN thing, but that's about it.
Well, they do it, but it's like, it's like here and there, but there's not
very specific people. Yeah.
right. Imagine if there's a show like the Oscars or the Grammys that's actually dedicated for humanitarians, but you have celebrity performances, right? You have the red carpet, you have everything.
You could raise so much money for these organizations as well.
It'd be so much more important than these award shows that we have now. Like, why don't we award people for doing something good in this world?
Instead. These little, people, these little situations, and they're making big changes in their communities, and they get ignored. And they're the people that don't have the corporate help.
Well, that's the point. And I know I've been doing that for a long time. Now I'm working with civil rights. And I don't know if you guys saw the news with the Malcolm X evidence that just came out, where they discovered, it happened a week ago. It was all over the news. It was a private press conference because they didn't want a riot to happen. New evidence came out on the assassination of Malcolm X, and Mr. Crump asked me to come. So it was just me, the press, and the Shabazz family. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is I'm so deep into all this, and I love everybody humanitarians. I'm like, yes, there needs to be a show really dedicated because it's about time that humanitarians of the world are being treated like celebrities. So what I'm doing is, and this show is going to help bring back New York City on a positive basis. We're going to bring money to the city. So to break it down, what's happening right now is it's going to be kind of modeled after the bigger shows, but we're going to be included with those shows. So imagine a small ceremony at a hotel or whatever, which gives awards to like the Domestic Violence Activist of the Year award, right? Marine Biologist of the Year award, Women's Rights Activist of the Year award. You're starting to get the picture, right? Yeah. And then Saturday,
animal welfare,
everything, right? And then Saturday, I teamed up with Reverb Nation because Lou Ply is a really good friend of mine. We're doing an independent artist show right in the heart of Times Square. So artists from around the world, the top, are going to perform on stage in Times Square. We're going to have charities involved. Broadway people are going to bring them out. Give them a real show in Times Square because Times Square is the world, right? So we're going to be doing that. And then the third part of the event, and this should be happening in September. I already got the dates, the permits, the whole nine. We're going to have the big concert. I can't mention the stadium yet, but you guys all know what it is. It's outdoors. Now that's going to be the big concert, red carpet, all celebrity performances, the whole nine, and then celebrity awards. So, for example, I'm going to give you an exclusive right now. I never spoke about this.
Okay, great.
This is so exciting.
So the Civil Rights Activist Award, right? I'm looking to present that. I already spoke to Ben Crump. He's going to get it, Reverend Al Sharpton, and hopefully the two ladies from Black Lives Matter. Civil Rights Activist Award. Now there's an award that I created called the Breaking Barriers Awards for somebody who breaks barriers in the history world books, right? So I'm going to be giving that to Colette B. Smith. Leffy Smith is the first African-American female NFL coach, broke a barrier. I'm going to be giving that to her, and hopefully we'll get Lawrence Taylor to present the award to her because they're best friends, right? And then I created an award called, it's either going to be the Courage or the Bravery Award. It's going to be for somebody who came out, right? For somebody who did something that was hard to do. So, you know, the girl, I mean, the guy who, from the X-Men, who just admitted she's a transgender. Well, that's what the Courage Award is going to be all about. It's about coming out.
The girl from Juno?
Woman from X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, the Umbrella Academy.
Right, yes. So now you start to get in the idea of how big the show is, and celebrities love it. They absolutely love it. It's going to be the same type of show, celebrity performances, but now we're including independent artists on it. So it's a 3-day event. One small ceremony, one Times Square for just independent artists, no celebrities, right? And then the celebrity concert in a security-based venue that we already have.
That's awesome.
But annually, right here in New York City, every single year. This thing's going to take off.
That before. Like, I can't believe we've never had anything like that before.
Because nobody gives a crap. You want to know why? Because there are a lot of people out there that do a lot of great things, right? But there are a lot of people out there that donate to a lot of these charities, not because they care. It's because their attorney advises them to do it because they need a 20% write-off. That's what it comes down to. So my attitude is, there are people out there that are doing great things for homeless, for women, for domestic violence, for bullying.
They're in the trenches.
Let's award them. Let's award them. And by awarding them, what if I can bring on sponsors that, hey, this award goes out to you, presented by Capital One, and on behalf of Capital One, we would like to present you with the $10,000 check to your organization, right? This is what we're doing. So
that's amazing.
I've never talked about this on a show. So you're the first show.
I'm glad you're talking about it on our show, because
that's
I think
why I'm telling you that. Yeah,
I want to be
be a part of it.
Needed, Todd. I think that people are not valuing humanitarian work the way we should, or people in the field, like really working. You know, there's a lot of people doing things every day that get no notoriety. They're struggling for money for their organizations. No one's helping them out, and they're there every day, no matter what, rain or snow or bad weather, and they're in the trenches feeding the homeless, helping people, helping animals, helping the elderly, going to feed the elderly, and they just get ignored.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's about.
We bring them we should celebrate those people, not TikTok stars that do nothing but do dancing. You know, I mean, those are fine, but they make millions of dollars just to do nonsense. Let's start rewarding people that do great things.
Exactly. And what this show is going to do, it's going to open up people's lives to people they may not know that are doing great things for the world. So this show is going to open up money opportunities for a lot of these charities. And when people start being looked at as a celebrity or doing a great thing, what happens is we're going to help them open opportunities to sponsor spots, commercial spots, endorsements. That's what it's about. When you create something that puts people on a platform,
in their communities as well. It'll motivate people to be humanitarians and to be passionate about helping people in their own communities and creating charities in their own little world.
Exactly.
Because motivation.
All I know, Todd, is I think that is absolutely amazing, and I think that maybe if we start in a bigger scale, obviously we when we do hear these heartwarming stories about these amazing people, of course we like it, but I don't think we hear it enough. I don't think we honor them, like you said, enough. And I think that at this time, this is really what the world needs. We need to start putting more value on the people that are making positive changes instead of like all of this other stuff. And I would love to photograph this event for you. That would be amazing to be able to just be there and witness stuff. You need a photographer. I'm your girl.
Mm-hmm. No, I can definitely hook that up for you because we're having so much. We're having so much media literally talk to us. Hey, we want to be a part of it because it's going to be mediated all over the place. And if you want to shoot it for your, I mean, it's a great.
Let us know how we can help or be a part of it. I can present an award, perhaps, or
I mean, we could definitely talk about it. We can definitely talk about a lot. But you hit it on the nose, Angela.
It's
You really
inspiring.
did. Like this is the perfect time to really, and that's why we have it for the fall. The dates are set, but it may move.
Nice.
September 17th, 18th, to 19th, right? The big part of this whole thing, and I have to show him love. I made a lot of friends throughout the delegates of the city, right? In order to get something done in the city, you have to really develop a relationship with the parks, with the mayor, with the police officers, with the FDNY, all the politicians. That's the only reason why I was able to get this done. It took me years to do, right? Yes. And I did that. And I have to give love to Damian Santucci, VP of Times Square Alliance. He's been a huge supporter of L's Up Global. And it's called, by the way, L's Up Global Humanitarian Awards. And L's Up means one, love. Very simple. So one, love.
Nice.
L's Up Global, right? He's been such a supporter. And now, because I have such a great relationship with him, I consider him like a brother now. Whenever I have a sponsor come on board and say, hey, can we put this there or that? I call him up and go, Damien, listen, I got Red Bull right now. They want to put something there. Can we do it? Yeah, we could definitely get it done. It'll cost you that. Great. Hold on. And then I'll call. That's how quick I can get this stuff done now. Permits and the whole nine. So, and they love it because at the end of the day, it's like, listen, you're running for mayor. You're doing stuff for physical fitness and the whole nine. This all plays within you, whether you know it or not. And it's really about somebody giving a crap, not for the wrong reasons, for the right reasons. And that's why the city's loving this, because I have a game and a model that's going to help businesses come back online. I'm going to be able to help businesses get more money through this thing, through the plans that I have, through the model of this thing. And everybody knows that New York City is the melting pot. Why? Because the world comes here every year. We're the most visited city. That's why we're special. We're the only city that if you stand in Times Square, the world is standing there, right? So L's Up Global is about to bring the world together every year. Once this thing gets bigger, many people are going to plan their days to come to New York based on this thing, to go to one of the events, to meet some of the celebrities, to take photo ops, just to be a part of it. It's going to bring in a lot of money. So whatever mayor's in town or a part of this thing, or any politician that's a part of this thing, you're going to benefit from it. May not be money wise, but when you're a part of it and you support it, it's going to help your campaign so much better, because it's going to show the people you actually give a crap instead of talking about it.
Right.
And I tell that to politicians all the time. People ask me, and it's not to take away from you, Stacey. People ask me, why don't you run for mayor? And I realized that, would I be decent at it? Possible.
Yeah.
But I have learned that my field, because I'm into the art and entertainment industry, I'm one of those people I think that can help out politicians more than be a politician. Because the one sad thing I've always told people, if you put President Obama, who is an amazing speaker, I'm a big fan of his when he talks, right, next to Justin Bieber, right? Justin Bieber can probably get a lot more done than Obama. It's sad to say, but that's where we are. It's reality.
The Biebs.
Yeah, but it's reality. So for me, creating a great talk show, because not everything should be serious, should be comic as well. And also putting this, event together for 3 days. That's why I decided this is my lane, and I'll put my corporation on a seat. It'll exist, but I'll let somebody else handle it, right? This is too important right now. Every time, if Stacey happens to do something for domestic violence and it makes the news, yeah, I would love to give her a trophy and say thank you. That was awesome. On behalf of myself and whatever bank or whoever, we'd like to present you this. And how many charities are going to love that? We're going to help out charities,
They need it. And there are
it's a
not
selfless
everyone
act.
there are a lot of businesses that didn't suffer during the pandemic that they can give back. There are a lot of businesses that thrived during this pandemic, like the toilet paper industry, for instance.
Exactly.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. But speaking of toilet paper, I have to pee so bad because I drink too much water.
We're in our hour mark. So I'm
over here doing the potty dance. I can't take it anymore, guys.
I want to thank Todd so much for coming on the show.
I'm a guy. I could just put it into my cup.
I know. I was looking like, is there anything? I need one of those, that contraption that they came up with for ladies. I could have just done it right under this desk and you never would have known. I'm going to get that for next week.
Yeah.
It looks like a
portable toilet. So I want to thank Todd for coming on the show and And I hope you can come back in the next couple of weeks. Angela has to pee.
Sure.
Todd, I'm so sorry because listen, I loved everything you're saying. It's just that I
thank you.
don't want to pee my pants
All
today.
right, okay.
That's all.
All right, we know that. Okay, so so Angela has to urinate, and that's fine. You can just do it on the floor. Anyway, I want to thank you so much, Todd. I'm so excited for your, why don't you plug your company and all that so we can put it on the screen.
Sure. That honestly, the best way you can find out everything about me and my corporational links and everything. Just follow me on Instagram, Todd Wharton Official, TODDWHARTON Official. My talk show's there, my website, everything is there, and then you can get everything from all those links. Pretty simple.
Great. That's awesome.
Follow Todd.
And also, I want to thank my photographer, Eric Kornman, who did a wonderful job photographing me, coming to my house during the pandemic and photographing me. You can see my new pictures that were taken from my campaign. I want to thank the listeners. I want to thank everybody for supporting us. Go to PrussmanForMayor.com, volunteer, donate, do what you can, help me get elected. And I want to thank my co-host Angela and my team, David and Paul, who are back in the backyard, back here, in the back of us. Not back of me, but behind the scenes. And thank you so much, guys. This is the Prussman Hour, the Mayoral edition. Follow us on YouTube, on Facebook Live. And see you next week, Monday at 3 o'clock. Love ya.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Todd.
Thank you, Angela.
Bye-bye.
I'm peeing. Bye.